Very good afternoon to everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks so much for joining us today for a really wonderful webinar. My name is Sandy Elson, and on behalf of the travel professional community and homebasedtravelagent.com, I want to welcome all of you and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us. I'm very pleased to welcome as our host today ABC Global Services and their product, EasyBook by ABC. Today's topic is hotel bookings made incredibly easy. EasyBook by ABC, the #1 hotel booking site for travel professionals. Our speaker today is John Pires, Customer Service Manager for EasyBook. John has a degree in tourism and hospitality management and was a travel agent for 30 years. He joined ABC Global Services last July. Before we get started, please remember that you're all muted, but we welcome your questions. You can type in your questions whenever you want in the right-hand question area you see on your screen. When John finishes his presentation, we'll take some of your questions. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to John so he can get started. Welcome, John.
Hi, Sandy. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. I want to welcome you all to the EasyBook presentation, and I'm going to just go over EasyBook and explain to you how this travel agent only website is going to be beneficial for yourself and for your business and allow you to research hotels and have them right in front of you, all the different options with all the different websites that are out there. It's sort of a one-stop shop, and I'm going to go over with you how it works and how you can register and become part of the EasyBook family. EasyBook is a super search engine that we have over 600,000 hotels worldwide, from the budget up to the luxury. We have many of the major hotel chains participating, independent properties, and we do offer apartments and villas in certain parts of the world. Also, we offer hotels that are all-inclusive, perhaps in the Caribbean, and these are all available to you right on the EasyBook website. EasyBook will offer for you different rates and inventories. We offer our net rates with a high commission of 15%, or you can take our net rates and add your own markup commission. So this, you control the amount of money you make. There is no limit as to your markup, but it allows you to add onto the net rates whatever commission you feel comfortable charging. We offer other GDS and Booking.com commissions. These are all rates that are available to you that also your clients may see on the internet as well. And this way you have the ability to book that for them, but compare it also to other rates and give them the best rate for them, and you are making commissions. You also have the availability to add service fee to your bookings, because as an agent, your time is money, and perhaps you're booking a hotel in a city and maybe you're going to add some transfers or make dinner reservations for them. Your time is money, and you can charge a service fee right here on EasyBook at the time of your booking and make yourself some extra money. All of the rates are either cancelable. They all have a time frame as to when you book it, if it's non-refundable at the time of booking, or if it's cancelable up until their arrival. So there are a lot of different options, but you'll see that once we do the actual presentation of how EasyBook works, you will see how this can work for you. There's many different features that we offer, different ways to look at particular hotels, research the inventory, pick out a specific star rating. Perhaps you have a luxury client and you only want to see 4- and 5-star hotels. This really gives you an opportunity to narrow down when you do your search, for you to be able to give your clients the best hotels and the best rates that are available. You can shop by room type. You can shop by inventory type. You can also send your client a quote right from the inventory page. We'll show you how that works in a moment. And we're also available for you pretty much 24/7. Our main office is open between 8 and 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. But after hours and weekends, we do have extra support available to you. So if there is an issue and your client is at a hotel and it's late at night or over the weekend, there is somebody available to you at EasyBook at all times. So you're never alone. Last year, we were awarded a Magellan Award for our website, which we are very proud of. This is a travel agent award based on our website. You, the travel agent, chose us as the best booking hotel website. And I just wanted to remind everybody that at the end of our presentation, all those who have stayed through the presentation, you will be eligible for a $50 Amazon gift certificate, which will be rewarded to two agents, and we'll be notifying you by tomorrow on that. So you will have to stay through the presentation in order to win that. So next, I'm going to show you how EasyBook actually works. This is our main page at easybookbyabc.com. Once you have registered, you will receive your own confirmation based on your profile you have provided to us. We send you back a confirmation, and it has your username, which you have chosen, and a password. Once you log in, up here at the top right-hand corner, this will welcome you. Once you have signed in the first time, of course, it's best to save your original username and password so that you don't have to look it up. Pardon me. And here, once you log in, it brings you to the main page and it welcomes you. So that's how you know you're ready to go. Again, this is our main page. And on this page, briefly, you can see we have some different advertisements. If you need to contact us at any point, you can do so by email or, of course, by picking up the phone. You can also sign up to attend a webinar. We have a webinar weekly for training, and we're also going to be offering some update webinars down in the next few months for you with some enhancements that are coming your way on EasyBook. So when you are ready to book a hotel, this red box here will actually bring you now to the actual booking. And you'll have a choice to book hotels, which is here on the left. Manage orders I'll show you afterwards, but that's where your reservations end up once you have made your actual booking. So our book hotels is very important because remember, this is where you're going to go to begin your search and look for the very best rates for your clients. All of EasyBook is based in US dollars. Everything that is prepaid through EasyBook is in US dollars. So if you have clients that are out of the country with non-US credit cards, any credit card charges will show up on their credit card in US dollars. So, for example, we're going to look at some clients we have going to New York. We have a husband and wife, and they're going to go to Manhattan for the weekend, and they're asking you to find them a hotel in New York City, but they're not really too familiar with it, so they're asking us for their advice. So when we're ready, we type in the city that they're going to. Once we start typing, you will get a drop-down that you highlight, and a calendar will show up. We'll highlight the days of travel. And we have 2 adults. We have no children, but you can book up to 4 people in a room, and you can book up to 4 rooms at a time. So perhaps you have maybe some couples traveling together that are going on a cruise, and they need a hotel either before or after the cruise. you can book up to four couples at one time, or if it's just one couple or two couples, whatever you need, you can add another room to your search, and you can go ahead and request up to 4 rooms. So once we begin our search, it's going to draw information from our database, and it's going to present to us hotels within New York City. Now, once you see the amount of hotels that are going to show up for any city, we need to narrow that down. And that's where, once you get into the actual booking engine, you can filter down the type of hotel, the room type, the rate, whatever is going to narrow down your search. You have the ability to do that. So when the New York hotels appear, you're going to see that they're going to offer us probably 800 hotels within a 20-mile radius of New York City. Well, that's kind of a lot of hotels to have to search. So what we want to do is to begin our search, but narrow down exactly what we want to do. This takes a minute to load, and once it loads, you see there's going to be 3 columns. The column to the left is our filter. The column in the center with the hotels are the hotels that are available to us, and to the right is a Google map. Once these are displayed, you can see at the very top of our page, there are 826 hotels that have come up for our inventory. Well, we know that that's going to be a little much. So here on the left, this is where you begin your filter. If you have a specific hotel that you're interested in, and you know the hotel, you could type in the name. Perhaps you know the street that the hotel is on that you're looking for, or they want to be on a specific street, you can type that in. But our point of interest is kind of really where we want to begin our search to narrow down. Because our clients have told us they're going to New York and they want to either be in the theater district or right on Broadway, we can change our point of interest now and change that to, we're going to change it to Times Square. And Times Square shows up as a point of interest. Again, it's going to recalculate for us, but it's still going to show us within 20 miles. We have the opportunity to narrow that down. They want to be able to either be right in Times Square or walk. So if we push this under 2 miles, it's going to filter and it's going to bring down our hotel amounts that are available. But we still can look further. We can either by price range or star rating. Since we know these are some upscale clients, we only really want to see 4- and 5-star hotels. We're not interested in anything else. So that narrows down our search a bit. We can go to TripAdvisor if that helps you if you're not familiar. You can put the hotel chain if you know that. But generally, the room filters is where now you can also narrow down your inventory. Our inventory type that we offer through EasyBook are GDS rates, which are affiliated to our company of ABC, and we have special rates at hotels that are pre-negotiated, and some of them offer additional privileges or extras that are not available to anybody else unless they're booked through you and through ABC. As we know, everyone is internet savvy these days, and in order to remain competitive, you, the agent, can also have a look at Booking.com and possibly web rates, and those rates are going to give us what is out there that your clients may be looking at, so that in your display, you can compare and also have the knowledge of what that they could possibly be looking at, so that you can either try and match it or beat it and stay competitive. Generally, our Easy Net rates are extremely popular because they are our net rates with 15% commission built in already, which is a very high hotel commission out there. But you can also choose net rates, which are going to show us a base rate with no commission that you're allowed to mark up. Our room type, this is very important. If you know that you need specific bedding, this is where you can narrow down your search. So this couple, as we know them, are going to want a king. And we're going to look at, just so that you can see how that works, we're going to look at our net rates, our easy net rates, and perhaps some GDS rates. So now it's going to recalculate for us. It's going to take out anything else other than 4- and 5-star hotels. It's going to show us king rooms, but it's going to show us 3 different rate types. If you want to see all of them, just leave it blank, but it's going to give you a multitude of hotels to look at. But if you want to have all those rates to compare, they're right in front of you, and you can do so. So as you can see now in the center is a list of different hotels. Okay? We can pick a hotel if we know it, or just for comparison pricing. So right now, we're going to choose, let's say, the Marriott Marquis, because we know that's right in the middle of Broadway by the address. And if you look to the right, because we have chosen this hotel, right here to the right, this little circle, blue circle, turns red. And if you need to, you can zero in right here on the Marriott Marquis. You can make the map larger, and it's going to show you exactly where the hotel is, perhaps the cross street, give you some further information so when you present it to your clients, you have some extra information that makes you look good, because they are not familiar, and you're the agent, and you're giving them this information. So once we're ready to look at rates, we open it up by going to the orange box, and it's going to load the packages based on what we have filtered and what we have asked for. So once the packages are loaded, you're going to get a display. And this display is going to show us all the different rates that are available to us. So right now we're going to look at, from the left side, our room type. Every column has stands for something different. So we see a king, the room type. We see that it's a net rate, and again, a net rate has no commission. Our supplier in this case. This is a prepaid rate. And this column is extremely important because this is our cancellation. This is going to explain to us, once we make the booking, what our cancellation policy is. So for example, this hotel allows us, even though it's prepaid, to cancel up until April the 22nd at 11:59 p.m. After that, these are our cancellation fees that would be obtained should you make a cancellation. If there was commission, it would be stated here. But since there isn't, and it's a net rate, we have our estimated taxes, and we also have our final total with our taxes. And if you scroll down a little bit, in order for us to stay competitive, we can look at other rates that have commissions built in, and perhaps we don't want to add more than a different supplier or what they may see online, so that you stay competitive. But this will allow you to search and really get into what is available and how you can book it and offer your client the best rates. So for example, we're going to choose this one at the top. This is the king room only. And we're going to book this room right now. So once we book it, pardon me, it's going to bring us now to the page where you're going to add all of the information about your client. So it's going to, at the very top, it's going to remind you the name of the hotel, the address, the dates that you're booking. It's going to give us our total rate for the nights that we have requested. It's going to tell us that it's a net rate, the total, our average price for the night. It is refundable based on the restrictions of the cancellation, approximate tax, but here you will see there is room for you to put in your commission. So for example, since this has no commission, if you want to charge your clients, let's say $100, or a percentage, you just fill that in right here. And this will give you your markup. It tells you it's 8%. But if you want to add more, you can make it as high as you want. Again, this is only based on a net rate. You can add an additional service fee. The difference really is the service fee is a separate charge, and the total on a net rate has your commission built in, and your clients don't see what your markup is. So you can either choose that. You could choose one of our easy net rates that has 15% commission built in. Whatever rate you think is going to be the most attractive to your customer. Then you fill in your customer details. You have your credit card information, their names, any specific requests that you want the hotel to see, any additional details that you want to be sure that you're aware of. If the hotel wants you to know any specific other information, perhaps an additional tax, any extra information that you're needing is going to be right here. Again, you want to review the cancellation policy before you book, and make sure that once you're ready to book it, your client is aware. All of this information is there for you to become familiar with to make it easier. So when you're selling this to your client, you really have all the information in front of you and you know what you're selling. You accept the cancellation policy, that you've read the hotel's terms and conditions, and you confirm your booking. This will generate now a confirmation, and you, the agent, will receive an email confirmation as well as a voucher from your client. Perhaps you are looking at this particular hotel, your phone rings, and you want to help another client. You can add another search and continue by going to book hotels, and then you can also go right back to where you left off. Perhaps in the middle of your booking here, you're not really sure if this is what you want to do. Maybe you need to explain to your client a little bit more about this hotel and the booking. The feature of going back to the actual display of the rates allows you to do so. It'll take a second to reload. But from this now, what's reloading, we can send our client a quote right from here. You can send up to 4 quotes per hotel, and our agents really do like this because it saves them time, and everything is in writing, and there's no questions asked as to what the rates are or anything to that effect. So once our packages and our room rates have reloaded, on the left-hand side, we have a gray envelope that once we click it, it's going to turn blue, and it goes right to the top of the page, and it allows you to send your client right from here a quote. So here we have the name of the hotel, 1 room, 2 adults, our price, any comments. Perhaps you could say this is a non-refundable prepaid rate, this is a great rate, you should grab this. Whatever you want to explain to your client. Put in your email address, send it to yourself, and forward it on to your client. Up at the top, because this was an actual net rate and we were going to add commission, we can actually just go in and type it in. This is the new rate. This is what your client's going to see. Send off the proposal. It takes a couple of seconds, and it saves a lot of time for you in terms of typing it all out. And again, you can send up to 4. So this is a really handy tool and something that you may want to use when you're selling your clients on the hotel. Once you are in the display here, and perhaps you want to go and look at another hotel for your clients, you just go over, you open a new tab, and now you have a client on the phone. They're going to London. You've booked their cruise, and they said, you know what, when we get back to London, we'd like 2 nights in London. So can you hook us up? So perfect. So you go back. We've got London. And we do a search, and it's going to now bring us hotels in London. This is very good because it allows you, if you're perhaps just a cruise agent, to sell your clients on pre- and post-hotel stays, no matter where they are in the world. So again, this will bring up hotels in London. Gives it a couple of seconds. It will, again, quote in US dollars, but maybe you want to change it to pounds because your clients are going to be there and maybe they want to pay for the hotel directly when they arrive. You can change the currency. Anything that is going to make it easier for you or for your client, of course, that's what we want to do. So once the hotel's packages load, again, it will display what's available, and we can go from there. So once your hotels are confirmed, as you can see here, similar to New York, here we have 1,300 hotels and many to choose from. You would want to filter down, choose your room type, choose your inventory type, and continue. This is very, very useful, especially if you are trying to book something someplace you're not too familiar with. This really will allow you to zero in and pick the right hotel. So once your hotels are confirmed, and you do receive from us a confirmation, excuse me one second. I'm losing my connection. You're generated an email. Your email is your confirmation, and you can refer back to that under the Manage Order section of your actual booking. This is where your orders go. From here, you can send your clients confirmations. You can refer to the booking at any time. You can go in here and cancel your booking. Many different options are available for you to take control of your booking. It shows you the rate they've paid. It shows you the commission. Any type of information that you may need is going to be found right there. So that's very important to become familiar with that, because once you are in that particular booking, all the information, as you can see right here, this is how your bookings would be displayed. And this little blue icon allows you to open up and see the booking. From here we can send documents, vouchers. We can cancel the booking as well, right from here. This explains all of the information and everything that you need to know about your particular booking, your booking remarks, perhaps your cancellation fees. If you have sent the hotel a particular request, non-smoking room, honeymoon couple, anything that's really important is going to be right here if you need to refer to anything. So as you can see, EasyBook definitely for the travel agent community is very simple to use. It allows you to have access, once again, to all hotel bookings that allow you to view different rates and allows everybody to remain competitive so that your clients really know that you're working for them and trying to find the best rates. So once again, I hope everybody has learned something here today and is familiar with EasyBook now, and that you will sign up and join our EasyBook family. We have many agents that are part of us and are doing extremely well, and they're making excellent money. And of course, that's what we want to do as travel agents, is to make the most money that we can with the time that we spend. There's a lot of competition today, and this competition is the reason that this website was designed, so that you, the travel agent, have a one-stop shop and can see everything in front of you and remain competitive. So I want to thank you, and I believe Sandy has some questions.
I do, and thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. Let's see if we can get to a few of these questions. And John, is there a telephone number or email address if folks think of questions after the webinar is over? Is it on the
Yes.
web page?
Here it is right here. I'll
Okay.
just put it up again. This is the direct number, and our info@easybookbyabc.com. That goes right to any of the customer service representatives, and they'll get back to you.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Possible.
You mentioned that the hours that people can help our agents are 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yes, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
What
is
time
our
zone?
Eastern time.
Okay, excellent.
And then after those hours, we have a 24-hour service that will pick up after our office is closed.
Okay, great. Are all the rates commissionable except for the ones that say net rates?
Yes, everything on EasyBook is commissionable except for the net rates. And there's commissions range from 3% on up to the 15%.
If we are booking a resort that has a resort fee, is that fee included, or is there information on the site about how much the resort fee is and that it's not included in what is being paid?
Correct. When you're doing a prepaid rate, resort fees generally are not prepaid. They're collected at the hotel. And when you book a hotel like a resort, perhaps something in Las Vegas that has these daily resort fees, in the description of the hotel information, it will tell you what the resort fee is and that it's payable directly to the hotel. Perhaps hotels in Europe that have a daily local tax, those rates are not included. It would tell you, €3 per day based on your stay, payable upon arrival. So that information is available depending on the resort or the hotel that you're booking.
Okay, excellent. One of our agents points out that when you're looking at the cancellation policy, be sure to look at what time zone is mentioned as far as when you have to cancel your booking by, in case it's a different time zone than where your clients are located or where you're located.
Correct. That's everything is based. It says GMT, so it's based on Greenwich Mean. So depending on where you are, based on, like, for example, the East Coast, that'd be 5 hours ahead. So depending on where you are in the country, you add an hour or two.
Right. And thank you for that suggestion, James. One of our agents wants to know if there's a general rule about how often the hotel rates change. If they look at a rate today, I know it's not guaranteed until they book it, but like some of the airline rates, have changed at midnight every night. Is there some general rule about when hotel rates change?
I would say it's not as bad as the airlines, but a general rule is this is live inventory. So the suppliers are continuously updating their inventory. So depending on them, it can change minute to minute. So it's again, it's when you speak to your clients, it's just a quote. It's not a guaranteed until they're ready to book.
Okay. We have one agent who was interested in the London hotels that came up and the fact that you were talking about pre and post hotel space. When booking a place like London or Rome, where the port is not necessarily very close to the center of the city, is that listed as one of the options as far as where to look at hotels? Or if someone's coming into Southampton, can you only see Southampton hotels and not London hotels?
No, you can, if you have somebody, for example, if they're coming into Southampton and they want to stay, if they want to stay in Southampton, then you can just request Southampton. But if you want to request London, in your drop down, it gives you the option to type in London, and it would give you the hotels for London. So if depending on where they're going, the same with Rome. If you had a client that wanted to spend maybe the night before at the port, you could type in the port of Civitavecchia and you would get hotels there. But if you had a client that was going to Rome pre or post and wants to stay in Rome, you would search, for Rome itself. So depending on where you are, you can certainly narrow down the search. But if you know the city where the port is and they want to stay in the port, it's going to give you hotels in the port area and the surrounding area.
Okay, that's fantastic. For a prepay or for a room that requires a deposit, is the charge made to the credit card of the client as soon as the booking is confirmed? And the second part of that question is, will the client see on their credit card bill ABC as the one who made the charge or the actual supplier of the hotel?
They're going to see if it's a charge that's done through ABC, they're going to see EasyBook by ABC on their credit card. It is charged immediately, whether it's a deposit or the full payment. It's charged at the time of booking for sure. And then the cancellation policy, again, is something to be familiar with because you are prepaying, and if somebody isn't sure, you don't want to book a non-refundable because they're getting charged at the time of the booking.
Okay, excellent. How are agents paid? Do they receive a check, and how often do they receive it?
Your agency or your host agency receives the commission, and then however it's distributed, between you and your host. They're paid out depending on the rates that you book. For example, if you book a net or an EasyNet rates, those rates are those commissions are paid to the agency twice a month, the week of the 15th, the week of the 30th. And depending on their checkout date, 14 days after their checkout date, depending on where you fall in there, a check is cut for the commission. If you book something that's like a web rate, those commissions are 45 days after checkout. And our GDS rates, those take the longest, only because the hotel is paying us, and depending on the hotel, they could pay out immediately, but there are times where there might be a small hotel and it takes longer. They can take anywhere from 60 to 90 days for commissions to be paid out. But generally the nets and EasyNets and the web rates, those rates are paid pretty quickly because the monies are here and they're already ready to be dispersed after they've checked out.
Okay. And that'll be the full commission, any additional percentage or markup that the travel agent has made.
Right, exactly. If you've added a markup or a service fee, that is paid immediately with the commission as well.
Okay. One of our agents wants to know if she is able to register and book with EasyBook if she belongs to a host agency who is not signed up with EasyBook.
You as the agent can sign up at any time, but in order for commissions to be dispersed, the agency must be registered with us as well. So it's important if you have a host agency to ask them if they are signed up, and if not, again, it's pretty simple for them. The owner or manager just fills out the application online for the agency owner, and it's their information that's required, tax ID number, and that's it. It's pretty fast and simple. But you can sign up as an agent at any time, but if your agency is not signed up, then it delays you getting your commission.
Okay. And let's take one more question, and that is the descriptions of the hotel rooms. Are they detailed enough such that whether or not Wi-Fi is listed, if it's included, if there's a fee, that kind of thing?
Generally, the hotel information, if the supplier has that information and they choose to add it into their description, then it's presented right there in the hotel description, in the room description. But at the very bottom, where the hotel information is, a lot more of that information is there, where it may say Wi-Fi is included, Wi-Fi may be additional, parking not included, valet parking available, that kind of stuff. That information, if it's not right in the room description, because the space is limited as to what they can put there, it may also just be at the bottom of the actual amenities of the hotel.
Okay, and can you give us one more time the website for people to log in or sign up for EasyBook?
Yes, if you go to easybookbyabc.com, and then at the top of the page, it asks you if you are registered, and then you just click on that box, and it asks you to register as an agent or agency.
Okay, excellent. And just one more question I'm going to sneak in there, and then John, we're going to ask you to talk again about how the prize giveaway is going to work. And that question is particularly for hotels that people are using before or after a cruise. If the hotel provides transportation either from the airport to the hotel or from the hotel to the cruise port, is that kind of thing listed as part of the description?
It's going to vary only because the hotel or the supplier has to support that information. But generally, if it's not right there, and if it's a hotel that you know is close to a port, it's best to check directly with the hotel and ask them if they offer any transportation. And of course, a hotel's website may give you that as well. Okay. But it's really dependent on if the hotel has given that information in their description of the hotel or the supplier.
Okay, fantastic. And then once again, can you tell our agents how the prize giveaway is going to work?
Yes, the prize will be for two $50 gift certificates to Amazon, and those will be given out to agents who are already registered. So if you haven't registered and you've attended the webinar, please sign up as soon as possible. And tomorrow, based on the attendees, 2 agents will be announced as the winners.
Okay, and you'll get in touch with those agents by email?
Yep. You'll be notified by email, absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, John, this has been a really wonderful webinar and a great demonstration. So I want to thank you so much. Our guest today has been John Pires, Customer Service Manager for EasyBook by ABC. John, thank you so much.
Okay, Sandy, thank you, and thank you all for taking the time to attend. Have a great day.
Thank you, and thanks from me also for all of our agents who are here today. I know you learned a lot, and we appreciate your being here. So enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks again.